It is never too early to start saving for college, especially when there are many ways to do so. So today we are talking about ways that teens can start their savings.
And here to share some top tips, our Executive Director of Sensibility, Roy Paul, and co-founder of Holyverse NFTs, Sam Alfaro. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
A lot of people are thinking about college because right now it's time to start taking those ACTs, SATs, all those different tests to get into college. But as a teenager, if your parents haven't started a 50, what is those things called? 529. Yeah, I got one of those things. I don't know. If they haven't started one of those for you, what are things teenagers can do to start helping themselves in a sense?
The best thing to do is to really understand what that financial structure looks like, right? If it's not help with tuition, then maybe mom or dad can help with a monthly stipend so that if you need a part-time job, you know that you don't have to make X amount of money because they can help you with something. So some parents can't do everything, but they can probably do something, and it's good to have that conversation.
Okay.
Saving for college for teenagers, though, I wonder if they don't know where they're going yet, how do you map that out when you don't know what that price tag is going to be?
Yeah, I love community colleges, right? I say if you have no idea what you want to do, that's okay, right? Sometimes people change majors. Sometimes they go from one college to another, right? So if you don't know, start off small with the least amount of financial burden.
All right, so but you also say loan should be the last option?
I think so. I think especially if you're coming from a family that doesn't have a high financial bandwidth, right? Why take out massive amounts of loans if you don't really understand how much you're going to pay back? And whenever someone says to me, oh, I'm taking out loans to go to college, my number one question is, what's your monthly payment going to be when you graduate in 4 years? And they can't answer that. So if you don't know what you're going to pay back, why take it out?
Good point. Good point.
How do you pay for it?
Exactly.
Well, all right, so let's get into NFTs. How could NFTs be a part of this whole discussion?
Yeah, so non-fungible tokens is basically something that's unique on the blockchain. It has a specific metadata, so it can't be screenshotted or replicated in any way. Specifically with financial literacy, we're using blockchain technology to help marginalized communities actually attain the financial literacy resources to getting into college, which would essentially help with decreasing both wealth and income inequality. There's multiple studies from Harvard, Yale that have shown that the #1 reason for wealth and income inequality is a lack of financial literacy. And I can speak from personal experience. You know, I went to community college for my first 2 years of college. Community college system is the backbone of our education system, not just in California from where I'm from, but across the entire nation.
Okay, so how does an NFT work for that, though? I mean, because I'm hearing that they are so expensive or exclusive to get into. So how does a kid that lives on 63rd Street, 47th Street, over on the west side on Roosevelt or Independence get into that exclusive club? Yeah,
so we try to make it as non-exclusive as we possibly can. We kind of do a little bit mix of both. So with our non-fungible tokens, we dedicate a portion of our funds towards helping organizations such as Roy's with Sensibility to attaining financial literacy for those marginalized communities. Blockchain technology is just starting to kind of break those barriers so that we can actually find solutions to them. And with our NFTs, you can actually play them on a video game. You can play to earn, make money off of it, and kind of just learn while doing so.
So if you're talking about a kid who's like a junior or senior in high school, I think a lot of them are going to be kind of concerned because it's new. Is it going to last? What's that going to mean to me in 2, 3, 4 years?
Absolutely. Well, anything that you like, whether it's gold, diamond, a lot of that stuff you have on, a lot of this stuff is just digital. I would say it's kind of better in terms of asset form because anybody can see it online. If you have like a really, really big painting in your house, the only people that are going to see it are people that come into your house. But with digital assets, anybody could see it across the entire globe, which gives it more viability, sustainability, and more credibility to that individual who actually buys those assets.
All right, Roy, you're the more the traditional, dollars and cents kind of guy. What do you make of this NFT thing?
Yeah, I'm a very low risk person personally.
Okay.
As you can probably tell with my vest and my but for me, I think that I learned a long time ago that you have to be able to adapt with what's current, right? And cryptocurrencies, all of that is current, and it's only going to grow. And I want to make sure that I stay ahead of the curve.
Oh, okay. All right. See, well, there you go. Got an endorsement there, because I don't get it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Right.
I don't get it. If I can't hold it, if I can't put it in my pocket or put it in a bank account, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, and I always equate it, so my son's playing Roblox, and he's got his avatar, and he got all these buying these things for his avatar, and it's along the same lines I'm thinking, but I don't get the college asset in that?
Yeah, so just think of it this way. There's real assets that are tangible that you could hold and touch,
Yeah.
and then there's the digital assets. And for the first time in history, we can actually make that unique on the blockchain. And how it corresponds with schools and stuff is not only could you make books in NFT, which would also rise in value and actually make it
Gotcha.
very, very affordable for individuals.
Okay.
But there are programs such as ours with Holyverse Incorporated that are actually investing into nonprofit organizations, helping with local municipalities and school boards to helping marginalized communities attain financial literacy. And it's a completely new space. You know, there's still a
Yeah.
lot of gray
Yeah.
area in it, so
Yeah.
I don't blame you guys for not knowing.
Yeah.
But I think Roy really loves the concept of blockchain because we've been able to help him out too, and we'll continue to do so.
And the NFTs, it all turns into money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you can transfer it. And they contacted us and said, hey, we want to be supported financially. And to be honest with you, I was skeptical too.
Okay.
And then I didn't believe it until, you know, I saw it myself. And
Okay.
I said, okay, this is legit.
So
We wanna
here's the
get
thing,
ahead
you
of it.
got to learn about it.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
gotta
what you
do it.
guys are going to help people do. You're going to learn about these digital assets so that everybody we can try to level the playing
Absolutely.
field here.
And the one last thing I'll say is that this is why I love what we do at Sensibility with financial literacy, because a lot of the people who are into this space, who understand it, are people who are wealthy, they have
Yeah.
connections.
Right.
You know, like you were saying, down in the South Side, those kids don't know anything about this, so we want to bring that knowledge to them.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Thank you. I
Hope we
appreciate
cleared
the
the air
knowledge.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.